Of London Police headquarters. Tell us a bit more, Daniel.
Well, yeah, City of London Police, of course, police London's financial district, and they made this arrest last July, and when they looked at the man's mobile telephone, which he'd been using suspiciously, they found over an hour and a half of footage, which appeared to be mostly inside London Underground stations, but not the normal footage that a tourist might take, for example, rather footage showing where CCTV cameras are, showing routes in and out of the stations, at one point showing route maps. He films inside the lift at Mornington Crescent Tube Station, for example, showing where the little circular CCTV camera is inside the lift. On some of the footage that we were shown, he boards a bus through central London down towards Oxford Circus Tube Station. He then goes into Oxford Circus Tube Station, films around in the foyer, but then doesn't board the tube. And the police have been talking a lot about hostile reconnaissance within London, both the City of London and outside, for several years now. But this is the first time they've shown us what they say is evidence of such hostile reconnaissance in video form. It's the only video footage that we know of that exists of what police believe was preparation for a terrorist attack. They've never really bottomed out what this terrorist attack was. The men were Algerians who were involved in the filming. They were charged with fraud offences in the end and deported from the country. They weren't charged with terrorism for technical reasons, but the police are convinced this was early stage planning for some kind of attack on London Underground system and perhaps also on some shopping centres.
But Daniel, this, as you say, happened quite a while ago. Is it that police are releasing these details now because there have been quite a lot of complaints about innocent people, being stopped from taking photographs and pictures in London?
There's a couple of reasons. First of all, I think the men have just been deported, so they feel more free to talk about something that people haven't been convicted of. But yes, absolutely, there's a big debate going on, particularly in the capital at the moment, about the number of tourists, journalists, television cameramen, photographers who are being stopped by the police and asked why it is that they're taking pictures of iconic sites, which of course are also the tourist sites, the sites that journalists are most likely to be interested in, the Houses of Parliament, St Paul's and so on. And there's been a big debate. Police have come under a lot of criticism about this. They admit that they don't always get it right, and sometimes their officers do go over the top in terms of asking to view footage or asking people even to delete images, which I've heard examples of. But they say, please understand why it is that our officers are sometimes doing this when they do it in the right way. It's because we have seen people that we believe are trying to reconnoitre London in preparation for terrorist attacks. And there have been examples in terrorism trials that I've attended, for example, where people have travelled round the sites where they've been planning to attack a few weeks before, and on instances they have taken photographs of those sites as well. And so that's why the police are concerned, and they're trying to justify what they admit is sometimes justifiable criticism.
All right, Daniel, thanks very much indeed. Daniel Sanford there.